Hi everyone! So today we're going to be doing a sweater nails video. This is my first nail video on my channel and I'm so excited. As you can see, we've already started gluing on the tips on my nails. I've picked out the sizes in advance and I'm just gluing them on with nail glue. This video was very highly requested by a lot of people on Instagram after a couple posts that I made, and I really hope you're going to enjoy it. I'm so excited! So here we're just going to go ahead and file the tips to the desired shape. And now, after filing them, you gotta make sure that you buff the surface of the fake nails, because this is going to allow the polygel and the base coat to just adhere better. So after filing it, I'm just going over it with a buffing block. There we go. We're going first of all with a dehydrator onto the natural nail, and afterwards with a primer. And now we're going to apply the base coat to the entire nail. This is to make sure that the polygel stays on the nail and lasts. I haven't really done a lot of prepping on my natural nail because I don't want the set to last, and I do my nails all the time and I change designs literally every other day. So I just want to make sure that I don't do a lot of damage on my actual nails. After this is done, we're going to cure it for 30 seconds. And here they are. So here's the polygel I'm going to be using today. It's from Venalisa. I got it from AliExpress. And literally the nicest seller ever. There's a whole story that I had posted about on my Instagram. So I left this clip in because I wanted you guys to see how a new kind of polygel is oftentimes difficult to work with if you don't know the consistency. So as you can see here, I was struggling a little bit in the beginning because I wasn't cleaning my brush properly and it was sticking on. And honestly, this kind of polygel is really good quality because it's pretty strong, it's not runny. So the fact that it was sticking to my brush was purely my fault, not the polygel's fault. So as you can see, after a little bit I got the hang of it and I built a pretty good apex, and it's just ready to go in the nail lamp for a flash cure of like 15 seconds and out. So moving on to the next nail, we're repeating the same process, and I saw that putting the polygel in a more like downwards way from the tube onto my nail is kind of better at shaping it, because I had a hard time moving it around because it was so tough. So as you can see, I'm just smoothing out the cuticle, you know, doing stuff like that to make sure that it's pretty thin and that it lays flat and nice and has a good apex. And again, another flush cure, and we're gonna move on to the next nail. Yay, we're already 3 nails in. So here is the next nail. As you can see, I'm just moving them forward because this is not the bases. The important thing about today's video is the sweater nail design, so I'm just moving a bit quickly. But if you want to see a video dedicated on how to sculpt polygel nails with a brush and tips, I would be more than happy to make a more detailed video on it and show you step by step on how I apply them and smooth them. As you can see, all of them have a pretty good apex. My natural nails are pretty flat as well, so it's pretty good to give that stress point a little bit of attention and to make sure that the nail is going to stay on, especially if you're trying to make the nails stay on for as long as possible for a client. So again, here I'm smoothing out the polygel well in all the places that it needs to be. It's looking pretty good. And we're just going to go ahead and cure the nail for 30 seconds. So after the cure, we're just going to go ahead and dump in the remaining liquid in order to clean out the nails. It's usually acetone, or not acetone, it's usually alcohol. So yeah, after that I'm just gonna go ahead and file the nails. As you can see, we're filing the sides so that it remains in a pretty good shape, and then we're just filing on top, buffing. It's gonna look pretty good. Thankfully, this polygel type of product is really easy to use, and it usually stays pretty smooth. Like oftentimes with the acrylics or gel, you can just find a lot of bumps on the nails, and that can be a little bit difficult to work with, but these are very easy. So here's a magic trick for you guys. Yay! I got so excited while I was editing this. Yeah, so here we see me applying the base coat again because we need the polygel to stay on, flash curing, and we're gonna move on to applying the colors that I chose for today's look. As you can see, the nails have a pretty good effect, so I'm really happy about how they turned out. So here are the colors that I chose. This is a color called Queen. It's a very nice dark purple. This is a color changing one, and this is a nice brown, like very fall kind of color. I just love that color so much. So as you can see, it's kind of like an eggplant kind of color, that purple one. It's like, I wouldn't call it a royal purple. I wouldn't call it a royal purple, but it's very nice, like an eggplant kind of color. I'm applying it all over the nail and onto my thumb. You want to make sure that you're using a thin coat of polish because chunkier polishes don't get to dry as well, and they usually just don't last as long. It's better to do many thin layers instead of one thick layer. So as you can see, we're slowly putting the whole hand together. All the colors are going on. It's looking really pretty. And last but not least, the pinky. Also, hello, this is my hair. I was filming, like positioning the camera above me, and my hair is kind of present in some moments, but it's okay. So here you can already see the color changing effect. It's so cool. I just love it so much. And we're gonna go in for a second coat. As you can see, the change of the color is so huge. Like, it's so interesting. They're so different. And when you cure them, they come out pretty much pale. It's so nice. So excited. So now we're gonna go in with a matte top coat. You can either use matte gel polish, or you can use just a matte regular polish, and make sure that you have removed the tacky layer from the gel nails beforehand. So they look so cute. I would even just keep them like that because they're such pretty colors. But it's time for the design of the sweater nails that I was talking to you about. So let's see just how I do the design. I go ahead and just pick a design that I like. I start designing it onto my nail. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. As you can see, I'm just phosphorating a little bit. I'm just drawing circles in the middle of my nail, and this just reminds me of a knit sweater. It's so cute. I just love them. And I also really love knitting, so it's kind of like a two-in-one. And there's my hair again. I recently permed my hair, and it's curly, and it's all over the place. Can't contain it. So, afterwards, we're going in with acrylic powder on top of the wet polish, the wet design that you have just made, without touching it. Just tap off the excess and go straight in for a flash cure. And out. And here it is. Look at how cute. Isn't that easy? It's so easy and so effortless to do. And it's such a pretty design and so unique. I just love it. So here we go on with the second color, the beautiful brown. And this nail I have decided to leave shiny. You could do both. You can have matte sweater nails, or you can have glossy sweater nails. Either one is perfectly fine, and it all depends on what you prefer the most. You can try both and see how you like them, but keep in mind that if you do this design with a glossy finish, you will have to top coat the little design. So depending on how intricate the design you have chosen is, you might just have to top coat it afterwards with a non-stick top coat. And here you can see exactly what I was telling you guys. You just have to go ahead and trace the design with a top coat just to secure it and make sure that it's nice and shiny. And flush cure again, and move on to the next nail. So this design over here also looks like a sweater. You're gonna see it in the end when it's completed. It's like a checkered, is it called a checkered? I think it's called a checkered sweater design. So yeah, I was thinking of these little like circles that I've made, and what I had in mind were like little buttons. You're gonna see them colored afterwards with a gold polish, and they're gonna be so cute. So once again, we go in with the clear acrylic. I'm using actually a light pink one, I think, because I didn't have any clear left. I don't frequently use acrylic anymore. So here it is! Yay! Look how cute they are! I just love this. So sweet. So moving on to the next nail. Sadly, this nail you won't be able to see the design because, you guys, I moved it out of the frame. It was way too many lines and I just did not keep my finger in the frame. It's okay. You're gonna still see it in the end, in the reveal pictures, and it's really not difficult to do. I just followed the same technique. And here I'm creating a sort of look with a chain almost. You have definitely seen this on a sweater. I don't know how this design is called, but you will understand once you see it now. Adding little dots on the sides and going in again with your acrylic powder and flush curing it again. So here you are. Here are the nails. They look so cute. And I was just going to use this beautiful gold color and just add a few little designs here and there, just a little bit of sparkle, and my hair is in the frame again. I cannot keep this finger in frame. I do not know why. Oh my gosh. Also, the pot you see on the top of the screen. Yeah, I was planning on using it, and then it didn't really work out because I really preferred this nail to just be like that, as it is. So yeah, here they are. And last but not least, the very last step, I have to top coat the gold designs because that also is a sticky polish and you need to coat it. But be careful not to touch the matte parts. And now we're just gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of cuticle oil. And here's the design. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And before I go, there's another tiny little sneak peek to show you the color changing effect in real life. So I'm gonna head over to myself when I was filming. Okay, bye. Okay, a little behind the scenes, because the last thing that I forgot to do is to show you guys the color changing effect of these two fingers. So here I have a cup with warm water. I hope it's not too warm. I'm gonna dip them in. I'm gonna try just dipping this too. And you can see that they're color changing straight away. And here it is. Look at it. They're so cute. Ah, it's kind of hot. Burning myself, okay. But look at these. You can just see. They are so pretty.